Despite every royal commentator that struggled to torpedo the Cambridge's Caribbean tour, and not mentioning a good dose of internet trolls that wanted you to believe otherwise, it was a sound success. And you can imagine that the screams must have been heard at Montecito when our favorite Duchess watched these 3 takeaways from that tour. Welcome back, my body language buddies. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the body language guy, and it would be great if you join us by just liking this video, subscribing, and hitting that bell. Let's get down to it. I think that something that no one was expecting was William's statement about the tour itself upon its completion. After all, if you live by the never explain, never complain motto, then it would have not been necessary. But I understand that due to the daily attacks from all sides with made-up narratives of cold shoulders, non-existent snobs, and even colonialism, it was important to set the record straight about what is the final result of this visit. And in this statement, he throws some shade in a covered way to the Harkles. Judge by yourself. Catherine and I are committed to service. For us, that's not telling people what to do. It is about serving and supporting them in whatever way they think best by using the platform we are lucky to have. Yes, not telling people what to do. Like, Meghan calling US senators on their personal numbers, or Harry saying that if you are not happy with your job, you should quit. Easy peasy. Not to mention when William adds, by using the platform we are lucky to have. Because even being trapped as working royals, it seems that this is a very nice platform to bring awareness into real-world affairs. Who could have known? I'm sure it must not be comfortable at all to have all this media flack upon you trying to sell the narrative that they were not wanted in these countries. Of course, attitudes like Jamaica's Prime Minister Andrew Holness helped to think in this way when he said to William and Catherine's faces, "We are moving on. We intend to fulfill our true ambitions and destiny as an independent, developed, prosperous country." Well, that is great for the country. But do you think that it was the best timing to do it precisely when greeting William and Catherine? Yeah, it's a bit off, on the edge of bad taste. But I'm sure that as any politician, he wanted to take advantage of the clout of the moment. Like, let's talk about independence and prosperity when these two are right beside me and watch my numbers soar. And I know, my buddies, because I come from a South American country. We can smell demagogues a mile away. But wait a minute, this is serious. And this really concerns Harry and Meghan because Jamaica's Prime Minister just pulled the heartstrings of this country, talking about independence and prosperity, and that comes with severing ties with the Commonwealth. Do you see the pattern? This is some kind of Jamexit. Harry and Meghan should sue him for copyright infringement. Now, the Cambridges made it very clear that this tour was made with the intention of getting in touch. As in William's words, foreign tours are an opportunity to reflect. You learn so much. What is on the minds of prime ministers? For example, the hopes and ambitions of school children, the day-to-day challenges faced by families and communities. He really wants to make a point that every country decides if they want to stay on the Commonwealth or leave. But as long as they are part of it, both him and Catherine and the rest of the working royals will be serving and supporting them. We support with pride and respect your decisions about your future. Relationships evolve. Friendship endures. Yeah, no doubt one has to be careful in these matters, but I think William and Catherine had a great time on that tour, including the surprises like that sea snail. Yes, those faces. And one of the strongest arguments against anything related to the monarchy was how images, such as the ride on that Land Rover, had all these colonialism vibes. Well, I don't know if the people that write these pieces have had the opportunity to travel enough, and much less to be the guests of locals. Because anyone with an IQ above room temperature will realize immediately that whatever is happening in these pictures was not organized or proposed by the monarchy or the royal family or anything. It was all in the hands of the welcoming country. If they have these customs to treat special diplomatic guests, then what these commentators are actually attacking is precisely the right of every country to act as they please. And it's not like you can turn down your host's offerings when you're visiting a different country, or much less a different culture. It's critical that you get familiar with any customs that might differ from yours, like, I don't know, eating raw seal with the Inuit. Just a heads up. Do not Google that. Now, this is one of those situations in which one has a hard, if not impossible time trying to please everyone. Let's do a very easy experiment. I'm going to show you a few pictures of this tour from different moments, and you just have to take a look at them. You don't have to do anything else, just take a peek. As usual, let your intuition kick in and try to figure out why the crazy body language guy is talking like a hypnotist. Yes, I think the most controversial point for trolls is not the fact that they were riding a Land Rover or that they were greeting people on the other side of a fence. The most controversial thing is that they were enjoying themselves. This is the point where it's helpful to remember that the main job of a working royal is to bring awareness to charities, initiatives that need urgent visibility. This is something that a lot of people don't care to understand. They only look at the fact that they are enjoying what they do. And yes, that's not very common. It's quite unusual that someone enjoys doing what they do, so it's more than natural that it will spark the envy of so many people, especially if we're talking about Kate's charisma levels. But that charisma is precisely why the Cambridges are good at their job. Maybe William's attitude is a bit different, but that is great. They complement each other quite well. And that in turn makes the general public be more and more invested in what they are up to. Yes, count another Montecito scream for that one. So let's use the Cambridge's example and focus the conversation in you. It's the same effect. If you like doing what you do and are open about it, you will absolutely be targeted because of it. And if you even look happy and joyful, it will be even worse. The good news is that most probably you don't have that many haters around you, but it doesn't deny the fact that there are people that will not be vocal about it. That's why I'm constantly giving you tips on how to spot the toxic people on your life. Because they could be passive-aggressive leeches that sap your energy silently while they smile to your face. It's possible that at some point you might have thought that it would be better if you didn't express this joy that much because you feel guilty of having found what you truly love, or you don't want to trigger that criticism. And you know how good that others are telling you how you should be doing things. You shouldn't smile that much, or you should take things more seriously, or you shouldn't dress in a certain way, or you should not do whatever you are doing in the way that you are doing it. And I know, because I've been told all that, including, please change your name, you don't deserve to be called Jesus. Yeah, these people really need God, and it shows. The good news is that being able to spot that criticism will help you pinpoint your true supporters, those that are really happy with your success, your journey, and most important, with your own values. Maybe the circle will be smaller, but you'll feel much better with the right people around you. If you want to refine your observation skills, all you have to do is download my 100 body language tips right in the description of this video. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas, and it will always be a pleasure, my body language buddies. Much love and bliss.